All right, so we start today's activity or today's class, and we are going to look the new, not the new, it's a continuity of what we have seen in our previous class. If you have not get a chance to see it, if I'm not mistaken, I have uploaded on YouTube. You can check in the playlist of database design, and then you find yourself there. And if you don't do it, no problem. If you fail, then I'll give you a task to go through all the videos so you can complete your class. So it will ease my task. So you need to go through the videos, you report what you have learned. All right, so in case if you don't understand any point, if you don't understand anything, please, if you have some difficulties, let me know so that I can assist you and you can be able to, if you need more exercises, then you can come and give you personally instead of putting in a Moodle, so you can do that. And also, towards the end of today's class, you are going to have activity. Please be alert. Be alert. At the end of teaching you or giving you the next phase of our studies, you are going to have what? You're going to have the activity. So work with me. And when you get the activities, then it will be easy for you to do it. Let me come to them. Oh, my people. Yes. Now you follow, I will record, and then if you need any case, then you can go there. What have we seen in previous class? We have seen inner join, so MySQL, right? Yes, please. Okay, let me share. Okay, so we move on now. So we come to this one. So last time we used database. The one which you have used here was joins. So we are now in the join. So show tables. So these are the tables which you have used in our previous class. Hopefully that you all remember what we did, right? Hopefully you remember what we have done in these tables, which we have here. Now, just to refresh what we have seen, one more point here, which I want you to see. You can select all the column at a time. I start with this one. I start with the following here by saying, you can select all the, let's say, all the records at time. I'm sorry, I forgot to pray before we resume the class and it was good to do forgive me. Take the students for me, give us more knowledge of wisdom. So here we can do the following. We can select all the records. For example, we do select, we say select style from, let's say, employee, right? Inner join, and inner join what? Department on department dot dpt, or dpt, right? Which one did we use? I actually forgot which one we have used. I forgot which one we have used. My columns, I forgot my column. Describe. So we use DPI, right? DPI. I just want to check the name we use here. Yeah. So on department dot dpt id equal to employee dot dpt id. As you can see here, we select all of them, right? We select all of them. We select all the record by using a star here. All means all the record. We didn't specify, all the columns. We didn't specify the particular columns. So you can do this as well. But as you can see, it shows the duplicate of department ID because they are present in all the columns, right? They're available in all the columns. Now, if I ask you a question, which table is on the left? Which table? Maybe that will be the next session, right? Now, that will be the next session. Let me again do this. Did you see this one? It's just a simple what we were doing, but here we put star instead of selecting particular columns, right? Is it clear? Is it clear, this one? This is, it's a join, right? It's inner join, means looking to the intersection, but we select all the columns. We didn't specify, which one, which is not, like what we did in previous class. All right, so like the previous class we did as follow. What did we do? Say select, let's say, department name. I forgot again. Describe employee. Describe department. So for example, last time we did select department name, comma, what else? Last name, right? Department name and last name. Was it last name? Last name from, let's say, department, inner join, right? Department, inner join employee on, then we specify the column which you want to select. Department ID, DPT ID, which is equal to employee.dpt ID. There's one field which is not there. Which one? Here, department name, no. There's one column which is not there. This department name. Department name. 1 minute. This also is the problem, right? Select department name, last name, from department, employee join on. This is correct. This is correct. This one is correct. The problem was that column, right? So this, it gives us only 2 columns there. It select on the 2 columns, right? Select 2 columns. So the next part here, which we can look in this inner join, I have how many students? Let me select and check how many do we have in department, in department. Say, select, start from department. So we have only 3. Now, select, I'm going to add one more student. One more is a student, right? Or one more employee, right? Let's say select, insert into employee. Let's say values. Let's say 34. And I give this one is going to be, I don't have a Johanna. And the department name is gonna be, it's department number 6. And again, I insert into employee varies. I put 44 Arvin, and it's going to be in department number 10, number 12. Yes. And again, I put insert into employee varies. And I put, why do I do this? Just for a moment. When you type, it helps you to remember or to put in your mind, all the commands. Don't have the shortcut, say, okay, then I did this like this before. So if you type, it is really embedded in your brain, so you can be easily remember the command. And also, as I remember, during the final exam, you will write, it will be handwritten, the command. So you need to know them. For example, insert, how to insert, create, how to create, join, how to join. Please keep in mind that you have to write them. So we have, I put this one, and I think I don't have Sanawa. And we have, let's Sanawa is in a department number 11, right? Number 11. So these are enough. All right. So now we are going to do inner join once again. We are going to do the inner join. You put the same department, 6, 12, and 11. We put the same department. The name can be different, but the department be the same. Now, if we do inner join once again, I'm going to erase this one. I'm going to erase, if you say select, again, I forgot. Sorry. I need to select the last name and select last name and department. Last name, comma, department name from, let's say, from employee, inner join, department on department dot dpt ID, we equal to employee.dpt ID. This is the difference here. We added Tanawa, we added John Art, who else? I think I mentioned 3 of them. And yeah, and Arvin. So are they there? No. Why? Excellent. The ID which we put there, 6, 12, and 11, they are not in department table. That's which we call intersection. It's only fetching or bringing the what? It's only bringing the common values or the common laws which are shared by both tables. So that's what we have here. Now, if we say, now, just a curiosity question. What will happen, just to ask you, you try to implement. What will happen if we from and we inner join employee here? It will switch? Excellent. You did exercise. Very good. So here, look at what I'm saying. If you put department here and we inner join employee here, this will switch. This will come here. The department will start, and the last name will be here. Will be here. So that will happen. So you can, check. You can use that one. You can check. Okay, you can do that and see what will happen. Good, Priyesh. So now, what will happen if you do this? If you switch this one, department ID comes here, this comes there. It will be the same. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. 2 is equal to 1 plus 1. No change. But here would change because you change the direction from 2. From inner, you put it like a 2, right, to the department. Good. So now, let me pull the last presentation, and then you see. And then you see what we mentioned, right? In our last presentation, we saw these joins, right? So we saw the inner join, we saw the way the tables can be joined. This is the inner join, and this is going to be called the left join. So we're going to look to the left join and right join. So this is the left join, right? The left join means what? We take everything which belongs to the left table plus the intersection. Or we take all the table, we take all the record of what? Of the left table without touching the record of the right table. So here it shows. You may ask which one is left. This is the left one. Left means from where we write from. Right is where we are going. We write from where? From left to the right. From left to the right. Maybe if we are in Sami's place, Arabic is from right to the left. So it will be different case. Yes, please. Yeah, it will take. Yes, the command will be taken. So here we take select. Here it's take like this column plus plus the one which is plus the common the common values. Now the question will be, what if the column is not there? It will show null. That's what we see in our exercise. So it takes from the left and then plus the common, and then we equal the key. Here, look here. Look this part here. Please note it down. If I forget, remind me. This one, as I mentioned, it take all. It take all. If there is a null value, then you need to remove like this, where table B key, if it's the department ID is null, like the case which we created there. So we shall see this one. Okay, so this is reft. The right join is in this case, right? So the right join is what? This case. We select all where the key are equal. To remove the null, then we have to use where A is null. So this is what we can do, right? This is the right and the left. Same syntax, where we put inner, we're going to put what? Left join, or we put right join. Understood? All right, so let's see now. Let's see, so sorry, let me. Okay, so all right, so you were taking a picture, Mr. Morgan. This is to the left, and this is the right. Okay, all right, so now let's look here. To our table which we have here, what do we have? We have the two tables, department and the last name, right? I mean department and we have the department and we have the employee, right? We have the table called the employee. So now we are going to start with the left join, right? We are going to do the left join. All right, so let's do the following. Once again, describe department. So I'm going to change this name. This name is too long. So let me say Arthur table department. The name. Department name to. Okay. So okay, so now this will be fine. So now mine is very easy. Let me check one more. Describe employee. Let me change this instead of last name. I'm going to change. This is employee ID. I'm going to change this one, right? We change that one. Other table. Employee. Other table. Employee last name, right? Last name. Sorry. Other table. Rename. Column. Last name to in. So okay, this will be fine. All right, this will be fine. So this will be fine. So we give the name. These names are fine, right? The names which are using here, they're okay. So we use the same syntax. So we give the info ID, employee ID, info name, department ID. So we give the different names to make it more neat. Just now we have a precise. So if you say info ID, then you will know that the first character is capital letter, and then like that. All right. So now let us join from the left. So we say, let me describe. Okay. All right. So we have the following, right? So we say select. Let's say select imp name, and they say dip ID, dip department name from employee. What we're going to do here? Here we say left join department department on what? On dip ID, dip ID, where sorry, department on department.dip ID will be equal to employee.dip ID. All right, this is what we mentioned. Okay, this is what we mentioned. So your task, if you find a null value, you need to remove it, right? You need to remove the null value. For example, look here. Now the question is, which one is on the left? Which one is on the right? I mean, which one is on the right? Which table is on the left? Who is on the left? Employee is on the left. And who is on the right? Department. Yes. So from employee left, join department which is on the right, right? So as you can see in a department ID or department name, there are some IDs which are not there, but the names are there in what? In employee name, right? Now here, you can do the following. I'm going to do the same, but I'm going to include once again here, department ID, department name. Let me first put here. I put select input name, and then followed by department ID, department name, like this way. What is there? Pardon me? Oh, I have to specify the following. Which one? DPTR, right? We don't have it. Select employee name, DPT ID. Which one? Okay. This one is okay. That one is okay. So you have to specify the schema. So as you can see here, we have the department ID, and there it shows the null. It's not available. Even the names are not there, right? Even the names are not, specified, or you cannot find the name there. So now the question remains, now how do you take away that one? How do you take away that one? So let's say instead of we put this one, instead of ending here, we may say, let's say where, let's try to see. So where employee, let's say, which one? Where department dot dpt ID is not. So now here it's give us the one which are null, right? Just you select only those which are null here to see the names which are null here. Now, let's say you change the following. Here, it will not be there because department ID all are there, right? If you put your employee, it won't be correct. Jonathan, what happened? All are there. We don't have an empty department ID in employee, right? So here gives you idea of knowing who is employee, who does not have a department ID. Just you select them. Those who are null. Okay. And remember, null is not what? Null is not an empty. Okay. Null is not an empty. Now the next one, the next part here. The next part is using the right join, right? Before we use the right join, I want you to do the following. I want us to change the side. So we say select imp name, dip name from employee. No, the first one was what? Was the employee, right? The first one we came from the employee. So let me now come from the department here. Department, join employee, join employee on department ID. This is not needed. So I don't need this one. Now what will be the output? It won't be the same. It will only bring those which are matching with department ID because it's now on the left side, right? And on the left side, whatever is on the left side, they're also in the center. They are in intersection. They share. That's why it brings only the student, right? On the student. Left, just again, bring in your mind the following. This one. Bring in your mind this one, right? This is the left. Since the department ID, everything is available in what? In employee table. So all things will be visible, right? All will be visible here. There's no null. All right, so yeah. So this is all about what? The join table, left, right, and yeah. Now you can try the following. There's another one which I have to mention here. The another table which I want to mention. By the way, before I go further, is it fast? No, right? Okay. So now let's do one more, which is called full outer join. So we do full outer join. So in a full outer join means we want to take all the table here. I say it says full outer join. Full outer join. That's what takes all the records from both or tables. So it select all of them, right? So we may do select, let's say, select employee name, let's say imp ID, imp name. And then I said here, div name from employee. And then here I say, full outer join. Let's see if it will bring all of this which you want. And then we say here, let me use the following. I'm going to use, let's say, okay, full outer join, department D, right? Department D on what? You want to take on, I forgot to put on employee there, on employee deputy ID where equal to D dot deputy ID. Which line is this? I have? There's department? Where? Department. Department. It is not there. Yeah, how will I join? Okay. They have some. Pardon me? EMPID. Oh, yes. Let's see. Which one? Department and oh, we don't have a department name, right? Which near is that one? Near out then. Okay, let me remove this alias and see. Or maybe this version is not, accepting the outer join. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's the full outer join. So it's up to this level. It's up to this level. It's up to this level, to the level which we took. Join left to right, it's up to that level. If we want, let's say we may take, what was that one? Right, join. Pardon me? Do I need? Order. All right, let's see what I was doing there. Let's see if it was that the problem. Let me say from employee, I say E, right join, department D on, this is an alias name, E, and then here I put D. Department, unknown column, department name. Unknown department, where? Unknown department, department name. Okay, So it's checking only the common one. Okay, fine. So if we give the alias name, then we have to consider those alias name. You see here, we put this, we said employee E, we want to give the short name. Employee to be E, department to be D, just a short name. So we can use those alias names to select the other columns. So we give employee, department, like this way. Okay?
Okay.
You understand? Yeah. So instead of taking the entire name of your table, you can give the short name. Just like a nickname. We have a nickname, we have a Priscilla, but she's Dari Hatamon. So you have a Priscilla. She can use the Priscilla instead of using the entire name. So it's very simple. So we can give this as alias name. All right. This also you can change. Or you can say this is as, you put as, so it will give the different names here. All right, so you go for your break. Right after the break, then we come and you do the activities.